All right, here's your full story in one part, written in simple English with suspense, curiosity, and emotional depth as you asked. No headings, no descriptions, no complex words, just a core story, deeply focused on the alien girl's pain, the human soldier's choices, and the bond that forms between them. The cage was built from cold steel, rusted by time, locked by fear. She had been inside for so long. Her body had forgotten how it felt to walk free. People came and stared at her like she was an animal. They called her dangerous, wild, unfit to live among others. She did not remember her own voice. She had learned silence. It kept her alive. Her eyes, once bright, now looked like dim stars hiding in the sky. The human soldier came to the camp that day with his unit. They were not there to fight. Not today. It was inspection work, peacekeeping, nothing special. He had seen many alien prisoners before, all of them quiet, broken, or angry. But this one was different. She didn't look angry. She looked tired. More than tired. As if something inside her had stopped working long ago. He paused in front of her cage. She didn't look up. "What's her story?" He asked the guard. The guard laughed. She was found wandering the Red Plains. No one claimed her. Tried to run. Bit a man's hand. Won't speak. We think she's one of the wild ones from the deep territories. They don't understand anything. Dangerous for no reason. She looked up now, just for a moment. Their eyes met. Something passed between them. Not words, not thoughts. Just recognition. Like she had seen something in him. Or maybe hope for something. The soldier couldn't explain it. He just knew something was wrong. Very wrong. That night he couldn't sleep. He thought of the cage. The way her fingers gripped the bars. How thin her arms were. How quiet she had been. And those eyes. They had not looked wild to him. They had looked lost. The next day he came back. The guard let him look again. The alien girl sat in the corner, knees up, arms wrapped around her legs. He knelt down. "Do you understand me?" She didn't move. "I'm not here to hurt you." Still nothing. He slid his hand slowly through the bars, palm up. She flinched at first. Then she leaned forward just a little. She sniffed, like a small animal unsure the food was safe. Then her hand touched his. Cold fingers. Sharp nails. But she didn't pull away. He came every day after that. No one cared. To the others, she was a waste of space. To him, she was becoming something else. She started reacting more. Her eyes followed him. She even made a small sound one day. A whisper, not a word, but something soft and broken. He smiled at her. And for the first time, she almost smiled back. But things were changing. Orders came. She was to be moved. Not to a better place. A worse one. They called it relocation. He knew what that meant. Disappearances. Experiments. Death. He stood by her cage that night, heart racing. "I can't let them take you," he whispered. She stared at him. "Do you want to leave?" She blinked. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a key. It was risky. He had stolen it from the camp's main office during shift change. "I don't know where we'll go, but you won't die here." She moved toward the door. "You trust me?" She looked at his eyes again. Then slowly, very slowly, she nodded. The lock clicked. He opened the cage. She didn't run. She stepped out like she had forgotten how to use her legs. He caught her before she fell. "We go now." They escaped through the back, using the shadows, moving quiet and fast. The camp was half asleep. He had planned this. Every step, every camera blind spot, every turn. They made it to the forest beyond the outer fence. She was breathing hard. She had never seen trees before, never smelled clean air. She looked at the stars like she was seeing them for the first time. He kept her close. They walked all night. By morning, they found an old hut in the woods. It had been abandoned long ago. He started a fire, gave her food. She watched him with wonder, like he was doing magic. She touched the flames with fascination. She had never seen kindness before, not real kindness. She began to speak little by little, not full sentences, but enough. Why? Why what? Why help? Because you didn't belong in that cage. Her eyes filled with something unfamiliar. Tears. He learned her name. It was hard to pronounce. So he gave her a shorter one, Lura. She accepted it. Days passed. Then weeks. She grew stronger. Smiled more. Asked questions. Learned to laugh. Sometimes she woke up screaming from dreams, and he held her until she stopped shaking. Sometimes he woke up and found her watching over him, guarding him while he slept. She told him what they did to her people, how her village was destroyed, how she was captured young and left in chains for years, how she forgot how to speak, how to hope. Until him, I thought I was already dead, she whispered once. But you gave me life again. He didn't know what to say, so he just held her hand. One evening, a drone passed overhead. The soldier knew they were searching. He looked at her. We can't stay here. She nodded. Then I'll run with you. She smiled, not scared this time. Brave. They moved again, deeper into the lands between borders. They avoided roads, cities, noise. It wasn't easy, but they were free. She began to trust the world again. She began to trust herself. One day, they found another group of survivors, human and alien both, building a hidden village. They welcomed them. The soldier and the wild girl stayed. They were no longer alone. The girl who once lived in a cage now ran through fields, laughed in the stars, held the hand of the man who saved her. The human who once followed orders now followed his heart. They never spoke much of the past, but when they looked into each other's eyes, they remembered, and that was enough.